Good morning, students. I explained five fundamental rights in my last lectures, and today's lecture I am going to explain last or sixth fundamental right, that is right to constitutional remedies. One would agree that our constitution contains a very impressive list of fundamental rights, but merely writing down a list of rights is not enough. There has to be a way through which they could be realized in practice and defended against any attack on these rights. Right to constitutional remedies is the means through which this is to be achieved. Dr. Ambedkar considered the right to constitutional remedies as heart and soul of the constitution. It is so because this right gives a citizen the right to approach a high court or the Supreme Court to get any of the fundamental rights restored in case of their violation. The Supreme Court and the High Courts can issue orders and gives directives to the government for the enforcement of fundamental rights. The right to constitutional remedies, Part 3rd of Constitution provides for legal remedies for the protection of these rights, means fundamental rights, against their violation by the state or other institution or individuals. It entitles the citizen of India to move the Supreme Court or High Courts for the enforcement of these rights. The courts can issue various special orders known as writs. Now, question arises, what is a writ? What is a writ? Writs are written orders issued by the Supreme Court of India to provide constitutional remedies in order to protect the fundamental rights of citizen from a violation. Means, if a person is facing violation of their fundamental rights, in that case, that person can go to Supreme Court or High Courts, and courts will issue a writ to follow the fundamental rights. Our constitution provides many type of writs which can be used by Supreme Court and High Court. We will study all these writs one by one. First writ is habeas corpus. Habeas corpus is a writ that is enforced in order to protect the fundamental rights to liberty of an individual against unlawful detention. This writ commands a public official to deliver a detained person in front of the court and provide valid reasons for the detention. However, this writ can be issued in case the proceedings is for contempt of a legislature or a court. In a simple words, we can say, if a person is arrested and that person thinks he is arrested unlawful, so he can go to court and request to court. If his side is correct, then court issue the writs, namely habeas corpus. Second writ is certiorari, means the writ of certiorari is issued to a lower court directing that the transfer of a case for review, usually with the intention of overruling the judgment of the lower court. The Supreme Court issues the writ of certiorari in case of decision passed by the lower court is challenged by the party. It is issued in case the higher court finds it a matter of over jurisdiction or lack of jurisdiction. It is one of the mechanisms by which the fundamental rights of the citizens are upheld. Type of third writ is prohibition. Prohibition is a writ issued by a higher court to a lower court to enforce inactivity in the jurisdiction. It happens only in the case the higher court is of the discretion that the case falls outside the jurisdiction of the lower court. Writ of prohibition can only be issued against judicial and quasi-judicial authorities. Next writ is mandamus. The writ of mandamus is issued to a subordinate court, an officer of a government or a corporation or other institution commanding the performance of certain acts or duties. Unlike habeas corpus, mandamus cannot be issued against a private individuals. The writ of mandamus can be used to order the completion of a task, or in other case it may require an activity to be ceased. Last writ, that is quo warranto. Quo warranto is issued against a person uh, who claims or usurps a public office. Through this writ, the court inquires by what authority the person supports his or her claim. Through this writ, the court inquires into the legality of a claim of a person to a public office. This writ prevents the illegal assumption of a public office by an individual. We studied 5 different writs which are in the favor of persons uh, right, which are in the favor of to follow the person's right, and these writs are helpful for following fundamental rights also. But apart from the judiciary, many other mechanisms have been created in later years for the protection of rights. You may have heard about the National Commission on Minorities, the National Commission on Women, the National Commission on Scheduled Castes, etc. These institutions protect the rights of women, minorities, or Dalits. Besides, the National Human Rights Commission has also been established by law to protect the fundamental and other kinds of rights. Means our constitution not only provide these writs to fulfill the fundamental rights, but also uh, constitution gave the provision like of National Human Rights Commission. We will study this in our next lecture. And in the beginning of the lecture, I have told to you the right to constitutional remedies is considered as heart and soul of the constitution, means by Ambedkar. Means this right is very much important for other rights also. Thank you and have a nice day.